Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Early break sponsored by Gaina Trucking. Learn about career opportunities at GainaTrucking.com. Nick Sainert, Steve Sipple with you. One final time together before Jake Sorensen makes his triumphant return tomorrow.
The magic ride is almost over. How many days has it been? 7?
7 weekdays.
7 weekdays.
Yeah.
It started out as a blank canvas.
I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure how that start or what day that was when we had the blank canvas conversation. Monday or Tuesday of last week.
It started out as a blank canvas, and now you are filled with color, new knowledge,
more knowledge,
and I don't know. I think you would say it's been a fun ride.
I would. Would you say it's been a fun ride?
Yes.
I feel like I'm saying it's like a farewell tour for me.
Yeah, you'll be back. You'll be back.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
You'll be back on early break.
Yeah, one day we will be reunited. So
yeah, it was fun.
The Nick Sainert, Steve Sipple train.
Yeah, say again.
The Nick Sainert, Steve Sipple.
Yeah,
hype train.
It's not a hype train.
The train.
You better believe I appreciate it, though.
Yeah, you got a lot of thank yous if we want to hit that over that you said
that was
last
14.
Monday. Yeah, 14. You said about 57.
14 on-air thank yous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do appreciate it.
15.
I think it's not easy to. I mean, it's. Come on. I mean, you hope you find somebody with some chemistry and all that, and I think it's worked out well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we've been blessed with a lot to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a little wild.
We haven't actually had to force a conversation, you and I.
No.
We've been blessed with a lot to talk about, whether it be coordinators, whether it be position coaches. It's not like I've actually had to have a full go conversation with you.
You wouldn't want that.
Nope. Blank canvas is over here. Blank canvas is just ready to absorb knowledge.
Today, what are we going to cover?
Roll it out. It's a full show. And if I miss any, you just fill in the blanks on the blank canvas. All right, so we got MJ Sherman, the former 5-star recruit, commits to Nebraska officially. Isaiah Garcia Castaneda withdraws his name from the transfer portal. Al Michaels with an awkward call over the weekend.
And fires back at his detractors. He fired back.
Yeah. We have Robin Washut of On3 joining us at 7:30 to talk Husker Hoops. And I believe there's one more thing that I'm missing. But I can't
Maher?
Bingo. Brett Maher goes 0 for 4 at one point, ends the night 1 of 5, I believe. 0 for 4 on extra points last night in the Cowboys' rout of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, in Tampa.
Tom Brady says he's going to take it one day at a time when thinking about his future.
That's a good way to operate.
I think I'm in the minority of this in saying that I don't think Tom Brady comes back next year.
Wow, you are in the minority.
Yeah. If he does, it's not for Tampa Bay.
Okay. Yeah, you hear a lot of Raider talk.
I suppose so. I mean, I would be more. I'm surprised that it's the Raiders with Tom Brady and not Aaron Rodgers for the Raiders.
Why is that?
Devontae Adams reunite.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I'm surprised that because Aaron Rodgers the Detroit Lions beat him in the last game of the season, and ever since then, it just feels like, Aaron Rodgers is going to do his thing, his normal, song and dance routine of having a little bit of drama, having a little bit of mystery off the field with his future. And, I would be surprised. I don't know. The Raiders are in a weird position right now because they get rid of Derek Carr. He has his whole send-off or whatever, end up benching him in like a couple weeks before the season ends. And then it's like, all right, do you want to go Tom Brady, who last night did not throw the ball very well, or Aaron Rodgers and try to reunite and spark some? And Devontae Adams had a heck of a season this year with Derek Carr. So I don't know if they try to go with the old relationship of Aaron Rodgers versus and Devontae Adams. I
don't know. I don't know. I will tell you this though, Nick. That qualifies as idle chit chat.
That is sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care. Give them a call.
That was idle chit chat. Yeah. Now let's get to the steak.
The meat.
Let's get to the steak. Yeah.
MJ Sherman, a
Not
former.
that he's a piece of meat, but but we're getting to the steak.
We're getting to the steak.
MJ Sherman, go.
MJ Sherman, former 5-star recruit, commits to Nebraska and Tony White. This feels like a situation. He's played in 39 career games, I believe, 32 rather, appearing in all 15 in the last 2 seasons, mainly on special teams. He's made a few tackles here and there.
Yeah.
But and I might have the career number.
28 games.
28 games.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a lot of 30s with Walter Rouse, a lot of 30 stuff with Ben Scott, things like
You're
that.
confusing
Anyway,
your transfer portals.
There's a lot of portaling going on right now.
Portaling. A lot of portaling and a lot of chortling.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So
Do you know what chortling is?
I don't.
You will have to look
it
that
sounds,
up.
It sounds a little awkward.
It's a little old man.
Okay.
It's like laughing.
Okay.
That's chortling.
Just noises. But anyway.
That's chortling.
Either way,
Yeah.
MJ Sherman, this feels like a situation, Sip, that moved pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, he entered the portal late last week, if I remember correctly.
Came to campus
Really quickly. Nebraska jumped on him quick, kind of took a big swing at him, right? Because obviously you have the Georgia name tied to MJ Sherman for the last couple of years. You have the fact that he's played in 28 career games, although it may be in a special teams role, he still found a way to get onto the field. And I also think, like, when you go through the portal for Nebraska, Sip, these are the type of guys that Nebraska's going to have to get.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that may have been a little unproven on the defensive side of the ball, but played still time on special teams or figured out a way to get in the game. They're not going to be able to go get a 28-game starter outside linebacker from Georgia, I don't think.
Probably not.
So, like, as we talk about how Nebraska,
if there's a 28-game starter in Georgia, he might not be in the portal.
He might not. Either one night might not be in the portal, or he's going to be, pursued by multiple. I mean, and
going to Alabama.
Tons of other programs.
Yeah.
Tons of other programs.
Yeah. So in 3 seasons at Georgia, as you mentioned, MJ Sherman totaled 15 tackles, just 1 for loss, half a sack. He made his mark on specials, which drew praise from Kirby Smart. Yeah, now here's the thing. Okay, there's pluses and minuses. First of all, plus, Nebraska seldom hauls in 5-star rated players, right?
Yeah.
He was rated with 5 stars in high school. Plus, he played. I mean, he played on Georgia's national championship teams, plural.
2 straight.
Okay. Plus, he was in that culture. He was involved in those Bloody Tuesday workouts, which are pretty notorious at Georgia. Bloody Tuesdays, you know what they do? It's no special teams, no breaks. It's ones versus ones. It's full on scrimmage all day Tuesday for all the entire practice. And then they taper off from there. They call them Bloody Tuesdays. And they don't do any situational work, no red zone. Again, no special teams. They just go at each other. No breaks, no 5-minute breaks, no personnel breaks. And it's brutal. And so now he's done that.
Yeah.
Okay. He'll be prepared mentally for whatever. Now, some people will point, and I saw it on Twitter, on social media. Oh, come on. You guys are acting like this is a big deal. They weren't even that good of a pass rush this year, and he couldn't pass guys. They had injuries, and he couldn't pass guys. They brought in 3 top 100 prospects that probably signaled to him that's it.
Yeah,
they had 2 guys. They had 2 guys go to the NFL at his position.
Or they could also have informed him, like, hey, like, listen, at Georgia, right? You have to realize that it's a recycling of just top 100 recruit after top 100 recruit.
They'll recruit right over you.
Yeah.
And if you're the veteran and you're not playing, you're in peril.
Yeah. And they it's similar. I always relate the top programs to like Nebraska volleyball because it's easy for Husker fans to understand it that way. A true freshman, number 5, number 3 recruit in the country could come in, and John Cook has said it. If they're better than the person in front of them, they're going to play. That's the same way it is with Alabama, Georgia.
Great analogy. It is.
It's the same
Thank you.
thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, thank you.
Because they're not going to they're going to continue building their program and evolving their program with younger guys. And like you said it, if you're not careful as an older veteran in the program, you can look up, be 3 years done, and say, all right, how many games have I played in? Because
right. How many?
I haven't really contributed
Well,
lot,
he has contributed.
But he has contributed
on specials.
That's where it's a little bit different with MJ Sherman, I will say.
On specials.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of positives here. There's some things that make you wonder, but there's one indisputable element to this conversation, and that is need. You just yawned. It's incredible that you just yawned.
I didn't. Sip. I just had to take a breath.
There is one blank canvas.
Why are you so baffled that I yawned at 6:13 in the morning?
We don't yawn on this show.
It's 6:13.
In 7.5 years, I've never yawned.
That's such crap. Anyway, can we get back to MJ Sherman?
I've never yawned.
You've never yawned within the parameters of 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Not once.
There was one indisputable element to this conversation, and that is need. Nebraska has a glaring need at the edge rusher position, however you want to define it. They lost Garrett Nelson, second team All Big Ten. You'd yawned again. They lost O'Shawn Mathis. Okay. At one point in his career was a second team All Big 12 player. Okay. They lost Caleb Tanner, a bit undersized, but had a tremendous motor and never missed a game. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Lost three big pieces to the puzzle. They returned two redshirt freshmen in Jamari Butler and Blaise Gunnerson, who were largely unproven. Butler had 9 tackles this year. Blaise Gunnerson, I believe, had 6 or 7, fewer than 10 and fewer than Jamari. Butler probably has a higher ceiling of the two. Gunnerson has been injury prone. And that is in addition to the guys they just brought in, most notably Kai Wallin. It might be Wallen. Okay.
Kai Wallin.
Kai Wallen. All right. Names. Kai Wallen, who's a junior college player from California, who would be the most likely guy in that of the newcomers to contribute because he's junior college. The other guys are high school. Prince Will. I'm not going to try the last
Uman Mielen.
Thank you. 4-star player from Manor, Texas, which is actually where John's from. Cameron Lenhart, who came from the IMG Academy. He's 4-star. And Maverick Noonan, who's right up the road in Elkhorn. So there you go. MJ Sherman sees a situation, I'm sure, where he's almost certain to play, right?
You would think now
certain to play meaningful snaps, and if not, start.
Sib, I don't want to put the cart before the horse here.
Okay.
Because we've seen Nebraska go out and get 5 stars, right? Yeah. Tyreek Johnson's the first one that comes to my mind.
That's a good one.
Right? Comes out, Nebraska decides to go get him from Ohio State out of the portal. Mm-hmm. He's a former 5-star. Everybody's freaking out.
Right.
How many snaps has he played?
He doesn't even play special teams.
Bingo. Right. So yes, MJ Sherman's a little bit different because he's actually been on the field at Georgia, not in the capacity that we expect him to be on the field at Nebraska.
Meaning he's going to be more on the field at Nebraska.
Yes,
on regular downs.
Yes,
on regular downs.
Not more than likely not in a special teams role, but more than potentially special teams. But I'm saying in addition to the defensive side of the ball as well. But I want to make sure we don't put the cart before the horse and say, yeah, MJ Sherman, former 5-star. Yeah, he was a top 40 recruit according to all 3 recruiting sites. And all right, it's time to, Nebraska's defense is going to now instantly be elevated because we have this guy that played.
Nobody's saying that. I'm not saying that.
I know you're not saying that.
Neither is Greg in South Carolina.
Yeah, Greg in Myrtle Beach is not feeling it.
Who says,
please stop. Sherman's another former overrated SEC 5-star bust with little production. Stephon Wynn all over again.
Wynn was okay.
Now I would also
and Wynn is back, by the way.
Yeah, I would also push back a little bit on another former overrated SEC 5-star bust because Trey Palmer came in and out of not necessarily having the greatest production levels at LSU prior to his time in Nebraska, comes in and is now graded after his time in Nebraska as a 3rd-round pick prior to all the pro day testing and going through the combine. So I would push back a little bit that Nebraska's been a team. I understand the whole Stephon Wynn part, but like you said, he's returning.
Wynn wasn't that bad.
I didn't think it's not like he was
filled a need.
Yeah, he filled a void, I suppose.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it.
Yeah, filled a void rather than a need. I mean,
he filled both. But anyway, I get it.
I understand that. I mean, I would just instead of saying overrated SEC 5-star, I would just say 5-star overall because Nebraska goes out and gets Tyreek Johnson. They've attempted to go get other 5-stars out of the portal or former 5-stars out of the portal, but at least this one feels a little different than Tyreek Johnson did, or feels a little different than maybe other guys do, because we've actually been able to see him on the field 28 times in the last 2 or in his career.
I suppose. I mean, I don't. It's just listen. Come on, what are we talking about? A desperate fan base. Okay, it is a desperate fan base.
It is.
So anything like this, I mean, you take a 5-star player from Georgia who played on a national title teams plural. It's gonna excite people, and that's fine. And maybe they're overexcited. Maybe Greg's right. Maybe it's the expectations are too high. But this is the off season, Nick, and you ride this incredible wave, and it's been an incredible wave. If you just look at the last few days since Saturday late morning, when you texted me, I think about Walter Rouse, I will call it decommitting, reneging on his pledge to Nebraska. Wild. Just I mean, that was wild. That was a wild occurrence. You're like, wait a second, this guy was just using we in sentences and talking about
how great the city of Lincoln was,
how great the city of Lincoln is, and that we're disrespecting and we are going to shock the world. And then he commits to Nebraska's former arch rival. Wild. Okay. And then yesterday, I mean, Sean Callahan, who's got sources for his sources, didn't even know Sherman for sure was on campus. Mm-hmm. Not only was he on campus, but he saw enough to pledge to Nebraska.
Yeah.
Okay. Wild. Xavier Betts, I don't know, like working at Walmart for a period at least. I mean, he comes out of the portal, and I'm thinking, or he goes into the portal, and I'm thinking he's in the transfer portal, which means he's going to transfer. Nope, he's not transferring. He's staying. He thought about going to Pittsburgh, Pitt, and then decided to stay. Out of the just ether, by the way, comes Isaiah Garcia Castaneda. Wow, I have no idea where he's been. Has he been in town? Has he been going to classes?
No idea.
We know he was in the portal.
Yeah.
Now what that means, if you're in the transfer portal, I don't know exactly what that means where you are, but you're in the portal. We know that. But was he in classes? Well, he's out of the portal. He's staying at Nebraska. If you're Matt Rule, see, here's what's going on, Nick. If you're Matt Rule, you got a receiver group that needs bodies.
Yeah.
And you're going to uncover some stones, even if they're old stones, stones that someone else had uncovered. All right. You're going to uncover them. Yeah. Isaiah Garcia Castaneda went into the portal last October 11th. I mean, you think about this, how strange all this is. Xavier Betts left the team in March of 2022.
Yep.
Okay. He left the team. Garcia Castaneda left the team mid-season.
4 games into the season.
4 games in. He catches a touchdown pass in Ireland, the first score of the season. Beautiful catch, beautiful throw. That turns out that he basically did nothing from that point on. And then leaves the team. Now you welcome him back.
Yeah.
Really weird world. I mean, really strange.
Well, I think we're going to get into that here in a little bit of just how wild this ride has been.
Yeah, now that we're talking about it, it's really odd from that standpoint. These guys left the team.
Yeah. And I said this yesterday, and when I talked to you last night, was that I'm more concerned about how Isaiah Garcia Castaneda kind of returns.
How's that?
Because this is the guy now, as you mentioned, both these guys left the team. They chose to leave.
Yeah, they left.
But I think there's a minor difference, even if it is marginal. I think there's a little bit of a difference leaving in the offseason in March in spring ball and leaving in the middle of the season.
I completely agree.
I mean,
there's a distinction.
Another example would be like Greg Bell returning after he dips out against San Diego State.
Dips out
and heads to San Diego State.
Dips out.
I mean that's another example, potential example to kind of help people put it into perspective. Like that's like Greg Bell coming back the next year after he gets benched, after he kind of just fizzles out and then enters the portal halfway through the season or earlier in the season. And then Divine Ozigbo takes over. Then the next season, he's right back. He's like, listen, I want to come back.
This is where a lot of us olds, we just bite our tongue and put our head down.
Yeah.
Because this is the world. And if you I'm not going to I'm not going to shake my fist at the clouds. I'm not.
Okay.
That's a saying.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it. It's just an amazing sort of occurrence in this world where you can leave your team in the middle of the season. Turn your back on your guys.
Yeah. And
then come back. But now there's young guys in this building that will say, oh, get over it, old man.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and maybe there's part of me that hopes that the team says that too. All right, let's all get over it.
Yeah.
Let's air everything.
Oh, no, the kids will be fine because they're kids that grew up in this world. Mm-hmm. No, they're fine. No, they see nothing wrong with it. Yeah. It's going
to be interesting. And this is
I think I'll just stop with that. But I think now I got to say Matt Rule needs those guys, Betts and Garcia Castaneda. He needs them.
Now I got pushback on this yesterday for saying that GP and Gretna, because I had the same thought yesterday. Mm-hmm. GP and Gretna says, I hear what you're saying, Triple Pump, but it's a new staff and clean slate for these guys. Now I said that yesterday, but I got a little pushback on it because it was the guys in the room, the players aren't new,
right? And
so
I'm with you on that.
So that's what's interesting is
I'm with you on that.
GP, I completely agree. Where with the staff, clean slate,
but not with the dudes in the room.
But not with the dudes in the room, because guess what? Marcus Washington was there last year when Isaiah Garcia Castaneda.
Do you know how much work those guys put in?
Casey Thompson was there last year.
Yeah. Do you know how much work these guys put in?
Yeah.
And then so. I just don't think you welcome back Betts and Garcia Castaneda if you're a player with completely open arms. Mm-hmm. They got some proving to do. Yeah. I would think.
Which and if I'm those guys,
am I wrong?
No, because I agree. And if I'm somebody in that room that was there when these events took place last March or either last October, whatever one it may be, then I'm sitting there going, listen, you can say all you want. You can say all you want right now, but in January, and it's great. But show us in spring ball, show us in winter conditioning, show us in fall camp.
Really show us,
like show us that you want to be here, because that's the only way you're going to be able to prove it. Because and this is why
I'm really impressed by you. Right,
this is exactly why, Sip. I think Isaiah Garcia Castaneda's situation is a little bit different than Xavier Betts. Mm-hmm. To prove, or for Xavier Betts to prove it to me, make it to game one and see time in game one. Isaiah Garcia Castaneda, don't forget, he left in the middle of the season.
Left on October 11th.
So even if he makes it through 3 games, are you concerned that if something goes wrong, is he going to leave?
And why? I would ask the text line, why is it okay in your mind to leave during the season? Why did that? How did this? Okay, all right, I got to be careful here. Jake would play the song "Take It Easy" by the Eagles. Yeah. You got that here?
I don't. I can't. I can pull it up though.
Why is it okay to leave during the season?
Yeah.
I don't want to make this this is an MJ Sherman conversation, and it's Isaiah Garcia Castaneda and Betts coming back. I don't want to bash him, but we've created the world. So that's a good way to go about it. I'm not going to bash them. I'm just going to bash us for creating this world where this is somehow okay.
Well, I think
that's okay though. It is okay.
I think
we just got to deal with it. It's okay.
Barring the situation, depending on the situation, it can be understandable.
Yeah, I guess.
In the most extreme circumstances.
Yeah.
But that was not the case with IGC.
No, he just wanted to refresh people. Mickey Joseph. Thank you. Oh, that's amazing. That helps. Don't let the sound of your own wheels. Okay. All right, I'm calm.
All right, yeah, just take
it does. That is like a magic
You're wearing
pill.
your Cancun, Mexico shirt, Riviera Maya.
Yeah, that's a magic.
Playa del Carmen.
Yeah,
Beach.
That's a magic pill for me.
Okay.
It automatically calms me down.
Soothes Steve Sipple.
So to refresh on Garcia Castaneda, when he left October 11th, Mickey Joseph, who was the receivers coach at the time, said Garcia Castaneda wanted to be our number one, and we just couldn't do that for him. That's what the portal's for. That's what Mickey said. Garcia Castaneda wanted to be our number one. We couldn't do that for him. We had Trey Palmer. That's what the portal's for. That's what Mickey Joseph said, almost to the exact word. So that explained that. With Xavier Betts, it was he wrestled with a commitment to football. That you got to have this ungodly commitment to play that sport at this level.
Yeah.
And he just wrestled with that part. And I'm going to tell you something. Mickey's no longer a part of the program. But if you are indifferent about what you're doing on the field with Mickey Joseph, it wasn't going to work. Mm-hmm. There's no room in Mickey Joseph's wide receiver room for indifference.
Yeah.
And Xavier was indifferent.
Or laziness.
That's kind of a euphemism.
I suppose so, but
go
ahead.
But no, I'm saying, I don't know, lazy. I think he lost his fire for the sport. Mm-hmm. Xavier. That's what like Sam McEwen has written that in the World Herald. He lost his fire, his competitive zeal for the sport of football. It is hard to play football at this level if you don't have a competitive fire, competitive zeal. It's hard, especially when it's not going well, when you're losing. Yeah. You better have – that's why that's why, Nick, you hear all these coaches all the time look for players who love the sport. We want players who love the sport. Now, I've heard that about MJ Sherman, by the way. Yeah. That MJ Sherman loves the sport of football.
Yeah, I mean, MJ Sherman, once again, if you guys are just joining us or joined a little bit late, MJ Sherman commits to the Huskers, former Georgia linebacker who spent a bulk of his time on special teams, but played in 28 games over the last 3 years, including all 15, or excuse me, all the games in the last 2 years, which doesn't add up necessarily.
I don't know. Don't worry about it. Don't get mired in that. He played on special teams regularly. He
regularly.
was a regular on special teams.
I know he played all 15 games this past season also.
Yeah. He was a regular on specials, spot duty as an outside linebacker on a team that didn't have a great pass rush, by the way. 48th, Nick, 48th nationally this year was Georgia. 48th with 2.33 sacks per game. It wasn't a team that was blessed with great pass rushers, good. But why do I say that? Because he didn't crack the lineup on a team that wasn't great rushing a passer. Again, there's pluses and minuses with every player. There is with MJ Sherman. What are we hearing on the text line, by the way?
A lot of thoughts.
You got any good ones?
People are saying that IGC entered the portal after 4 games to potentially save his red shirt.
Sure.
I mean, and that's
sure.
Understandable.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it
doesn't mitigate it much for me. But
yeah, exactly. It doesn't give you a pass in my book, but I get
you have an old bent to you.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm a little bit. Bob says this. I'm with you guys, but we don't know what kind of crap was going on in that locker room with that staff.
I don't know. I don't think there. You know what? I don't think there was a lot of crap going on.
You have to remember who was coaching the wide receiver room
Mickey.
at the beginning of the season. Yeah, exactly. Who ended up being the interim head coach.
Right.
So
Mickey at that time was hailed.
Yeah.
At that time was hailed.
Yeah.
Right.
So exactly. You're
There's
right.
a lot of crap going on.
Yeah.
They're losing.
Now, Sip, here's what I want to do before we get to break. It's time for my final day. So I want to hit up a Renew Your Auto roll call. All right.
Okay.
Is that all right with you?
Absolutely.
Okay. So Renew Your Auto roll call. Shoot us a text 402-464-5685. Your name, where you're listening from. If you want to, how old you are. Sponsored by RenewYourAuto.com, your go-to for window tint, bed liners, body shop, ceramic coatings, and much more. They got 2 locations in Lincoln. It's my final day here on Early Break.
Not on Earth.
No, it's my final day on Early Break before Jake Sorensen returns. So let's do a Renew Your Auto roll call, 402-464-5685. More Husker talk when we return on Early Break.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com. Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum. Tractor Supply is looking for full-time team members for their Waverly Distribution Center. Tractor Supply has a new progressive pay model where team members receive 5 wage increases in the first 2 years of employment with the ability to earn up to $24 per hour. Applicants can expect a 3- and 4-day work week schedule with additional overtime days with both day and night shift schedules available. At Tractor Supply, they work hard, have fun, and make money. Apply today at tractorsupply.jobs.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Hey guys, this is Lindsay Teal from Nebraska Golf Team. Imagine golfing the best courses in the world. St. Andrews, Pebble Beach, Southern Hills, the best of the best. You can play those courses and more without ever leaving the city of Lincoln at Double Eagle Golf. Double Eagle has the city's best golf simulators, 5 high-quality bays that track ball speed, launch angle, club speed, spin rate, and more to give you the most accurate gameplay. Check it out for yourself year-round. Double Eagle Golf, just 5 minutes from downtown at the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor at Just Days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for a career where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country, and they're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit ASBMidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it updated and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get service like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jake.
In middle school, I ate Pop-Tarts for breakfast every single day.
Get more bizarre every day.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick.
Thank you, Sip. Welcome back here. Early break on the ticket. Nick Sainer with energy.
Yeah.
You don't like my coffee that I make? Is that why you had to stop at McDonald's and get a
No,
coffee?
no, I do like your coffee. I didn't eat much yesterday because I was working a lot.
Okay.
And I live like an animal. So I didn't. All I had was a half a Subway sandwich yesterday. And I woke up this morning. I'm like, man, I'm hungry. I better get something from McDonald's. I'm not gonna, or I'll be really growly.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't my coffee.
Your coffee's fine. Let's do the roll call.
All right, so time to do the roll call. 402-464-5685. Before we do that, I got to get to this text. Ross with, Nick has the most obvious take on this, and Sip is impressed. Lordy.
On what?
On either the locker room or the whole operation, I suppose.
Listen, I don't know. I think your takes have been sound all day. Okay.
We're 39 minutes in.
Yeah.
6 minutes of that was commercials. All right. Roll call. We got Mitt in Arkansas listening.
Mitt.
We have Brent from Bremerton, Washington, 58 years old.
You start off the roll call with a fellow from Arkansas and a fellow.
Those are the two at the bottom.
From Washington. That's amazing.
I start from the bottom.
I know. And
going up.
Look at, I mean, all over the U.S.
Yeah, exactly.
All over the globe, because we have Cabo in there too.
Brad in Dallas. Stan is listening from Bennett. Ron is listening from Lincoln. We have Derek in a car at 55th northbound, at 55 northbound on 77.
Derek is a caller.
Yes. Joe in Boulder says present. Have you seen that? Have you seen that skit?
Does he say present?
Yeah, he says present.
Nice,
but it's
present.
Present. Matthew Hickman is listening. Casey in Topeka
Thank you, everybody.
is listening. Colorado. Mike in Colorado, 71 years old, listening today and every day.
All right.
Lori is also listening in Colorado. Kevin is listening in Nashville, 66 years young. We have Dave in Orlando, says, been great having you on the show. Thank you, Dave.
Has been.
Ohio Husker, good morning, fellas. Driving from South Lincoln to North Lincoln for work. Have a great day and go Big Red.
Great day to you.
Ohio Husker, Scott in Cortland delivering bread around Lincoln.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have Ryan in Dover, Delaware.
Oh, my God.
37 years old. John in Fremont is walking laps at the Y currently.
Nice job, man.
Shock Dog is listening from Long Beach, California today.
The beach.
Lincoln is home, but still rep the 562.
Okay.
Shock Dog says.
Okay.
Leroy on 77 is listening. Scott in Gilbert, Arizona. Jamie in Des Moines. And Enzo, 15 years old. So Jamie's 51, Enzo's 15.
Enzo.
How about that? We got a little bit.
That's
of,
why I
bit
like
of youth.
That's why I like asking on the roll call for the age. It's a demographic that's interesting to me, as is the cities. And I include Lincoln, Bennett, I mean, even the nearby. We appreciate all the listeners. I'm fascinated by the Dover, Delawares, and the Arkansas, and the
Dave from
Orlando. Thank you, everybody. Yeah. My God, thank you.
Yeah. John says Enzo is a boy. Sip.
Okay. And so
there it is.
Harper is a girl.
Yes.
For a long time, I thought Harper was a boy.
Yeah.
Harper, you're a girl. Thank you.
Lumpy Dumper is listening from Planet Fitness.
Wait a second. Can you identify which Planet Fitness?
Which Planet Fitness?
I am a member of Planet Fitness.
There it is.
I'm a member of the Planet of Fitness.
The Fitness Day Planet. Larry is listening in Minnesota. Giltner is listening back from vacation in South Dakota. Scott is listening on the new freeway.
There's a new freeway?
The South Beltway?
Is that new?
So actually, when I drove out, this is going to be dangerous. I don't chit chat. When we drove out to Kansas City, Newton's Lawn Care, give him a call today. When we drove out to Kansas City, we hopped out on 77 there. And you can usually drive and it's just all the way straight. Well, it used to be a straight shot,
right? But now
you have to turn.
And you can end up.
We freaked out. We freaked not Denton because
somewhere
that would be the opposite direction.
Right.
But we freaked out because we're like, wait, what do we do? We didn't have our maps pulled up because guess what? We usually are pretty self-sufficient, able to get there on our own.
Same with me. I had to go to Beatrice and I made that turn. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's different scenery. Yeah. I'm not used to it, and I can't now that it's there. I can't picture it how it was together. Even though my dad worked on the Beltway.
He did?
Yeah. So my dad worked on the.
Your dad worked on the Beltway?
Yeah. And same with I don't know, Dodge Road in Omaha. My dad built that bridge.
Really?
Oh yeah. Anyway, long story short,
okay.
Kurt in Kentucky, and then last but not least, Bird in Columbus gives us his age, 42 years old, and then also Faith and Cora, ages 9 and 10 respectively, are listening as well.
Faith and Cora and Bird from my hometown, Columbus. Yep. God bless you, Bird. I used to work at the Platte County Fairgrounds. I'm not going to give you my whole deal.
No, it's okay.
I went to North Park School and then Lost Creek School. North Park as a okay. That's enough.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the receiver room.
So
do we have time?
Yeah, of course.
Receiver room. Let's go.
Time. So okay. Nebraska, we talked about just last segment. Isaiah Garcia Castaneda withdraws his name from the transfer portal. Xavier Betts, all signs are pointing to him officially returning, yet we have to get official word, although his mother confirmed that he was part of the team meeting on Sunday night at 6 p.m. Winter conditioning does start this week for the Huskers. Now, remember a couple weeks ago, Marcus Satterfield mentioned in the press conference how they want variety. They want different looking guys. They want more guys in that wide receiver room. And they've done that since that day that we talked to Marcus Satterfield with the additions of Billy Kemp, now IGC, returning Xavier Betts. Now enter. Now there's a room here where, according to my count, there's 13 available wide receivers.
Okay. Number one right now, I'd say receiver number one. If it's not Billy Kemp, it's Marcus Washington.
I would agree.
Now, I don't know if they have a number one. It's a true defined number one. But Marcus Washington leads all returners with 31 catches for 471 yards and 2 TDs. He's 6'2", 190. He's not like a burner like Trey Palmer. I don't know who's number one. Alante Brown is the second leading returning receiver for Nebraska, 16 catches, 191 yards. And then, you have a whole lot of unproven returners.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and I would also add that you have a Baylor transfer that they got on signing day in Josh Fleeks.
Thank you for mentioning
Josh Fleeks, who had 3 catches for 27 yards back into the early parts of the season for Baylor against, I believe, Texas State. I want to say he had those 3 catches. So
Marcus Washington, Alante Brown, Billy Kemp, Joshua Fleeks, Xavier Betts, Isaiah Garcia Castaneda, Tommy Hill might be part of that. Now, do you recognize the name Janiron Bond?
Yeah.
He could be part of it. This is a freshman from last year.
You also have Victor Jones Jr.
Victor Jones, Sean Hardy, Ty Hahn. Those are freshmen from last year. Now you have incoming freshmen, Malachi Coleman, Jaden Doss, Jalen Lloyd, and Bryce Turner. Jalen Lloyd and Bryce Turner look like projects. X them. They're not playing this year, in my opinion. They're projects.
Yeah.
Jalen Lloyd and Bryce Turner. They would be big surprises if they can contribute. Malachi Coleman seems like he have a shot here. Maybe.
Okay.
Well.
Okay.
Jaden Doss.
I'm struggling to get a read on whether or not he's kind of a day one guy.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying he is for sure.
Okay.
I think he has a shot.
Okay.
I think, you know what? you know what? They are in a position now where it's not all that easy to identify the starters.
Yeah.
If I were to guess right now, I'd go Marcus Washington, Billy Kemp, and Xavier Betts.
Interesting.
If Betts, I gotta think I gotta think Xavier Betts is gonna have to complete an enormous amount of coursework. I mean 30 plus hours, I would think. He missed you know this better than I do. You're 21 years old, you're still in school.
Yeah.
If you miss a semester, isn't it going to take a lot to get eligible?
Well, it would just push your graduation back a semester.
Well, but you got to get eligible.
Yeah. I suppose so. They would probably more than likely just take your last semester grade or your GPA to make sure you're good to go. I mean that's honestly what it would do. I mean, that, but... or you what you would also do is you take more credits each semester and slowly make up that ground you lost.
I think you might have to quickly make it up.
Well, I'm saying over time, if Xavier Betts expects to be here for the next 3 years,
yeah,
right,
anyway,
then he's going to have time.
Yeah, we're on the same page on this, but we don't know, so let's not do this. But Betts, I think Betts, if he gets his house in order, can be a starter. He's got that kind of talent.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, let's just put it this way. If Betts gets his house in order and decides I want to help this team and I want to get to the NFL, then he's that type of player. He's that type of talent. But you know how it goes. Not everybody who's talented has that desire, and that's what he's got to show that.
Yeah,
that's what it is. I mean, that's not conjecture. We've heard it.
If he's got the investment and he proves it, then I expect him to play a significant amount this season.
A significant amount. He could probably be the leading receiver or Kemp.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be tough to be the lead. I don't know. I don't know how this room's gonna. There's no Trey Palmer in this room in my eyes.
Wouldn't you say that if Xavier Betts is invested, he's the most talented receiver on the roster?
I'm not sure. I don't know how this offense is going to look. I'm not sure what Billy Kemp's going to do for
Billy
Nebraska.
Kemp would be the next.
I'm not sure what IGC. I don't know.
Nah, but Billy Kemp would be the next most talented, then Marcus Washington, I think.
That's the thing is I sit here and I don't want to write off Marcus Washington when he's
I'm not writing him off.
I know you're not, Sip.
I'm saying he's a third most talented guy of the receivers. That's not writing him off.
I get that, but I'm saying I sit here and I go, all right, if Xavier Betts is invested, then I'd expect him to be the lead one of the leading receivers. But I don't want to sit here on January 17th and say, yeah, I think Xavier Betts is going to end up being the number one guy.
But can't you say if he's invested?
Well, I mean, you could say that about a lot of people.
No. If Ty Hahn's invested, he's not going to be the leading receiver. Well, and he's invested, by the way.
I'm saying if you are a guy fighting for a job, if Alante Brown is completely invested and gets 8
who's got more
targets
talent,
a game,
Alante Brown or Xavier Betts?
Well, it's going to be Xavier Betts, but we also know he left. He left in March, Sip. He left.
I like the fire.
He left.
Now you need to take it easy.
Gosh, dang.
I'm just saying that Betts has the most talent. Sheer.
Can we just talk about potential? I mean, is that what it is?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Sheer raw talent.
Then
if potential. Betts commits to the sport like his coaches want, then he has the potential to be the leading receiver for Nebraska.
Yeah.
Now, Billy Kemp has done it. If you watch Billy Kemp on video, you watch his film, there's no question that young man has a desire to play the sport.
Yeah.
It is all over the film, Billy Kemp. I'd say that about Marcus Washington.
Yeah, they're starting to get more bodies.
And I'd say that about Alante Brown. Remember the leap at Michigan?
I do.
Took a shot.
Yeah, right in the midsection. Took a shot. All right. Song of the day coming up next, sponsored by Starter Heyman Jewelers.
And what else?
I might get roasted for this one. This one might be bad. Might be, made fun of. I think that would be jabbed.
Are we gonna have any sports talk?
If we have time, I'm not sure we'll have time to get to it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we'll just push it back.
Okay.
So, song of the day coming up next. Early break on the ticket.
Shopping for insurance can be a tedious and frustrating task, but the agents at Brokers Insurance Agency will do the work for you. They have partnered with over 20 insurance carriers in the nation, which allows them to do the shopping all for you. Whether you're looking for business insurance or employee benefits for your company, or you're looking to save money on your home and auto insurance, Brokers Insurance Agency has the agents and solutions to help meet your goals. Call 402-420-5555 or email staff@brokersinsurancene.com.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of service: coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
Problem gambling is not just a financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Is your furnace operating like you think it should? Find out. Service check now from the pros at Bryant. No matter what make or model, Bryant will perform a thorough system check to make sure you're good to go this winter. Bryant also offers free second opinion heat exchanger checks. Before you spend thousands on a new furnace, let Bryant check it free. Anytime you need furnace service or repair, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
Look at your car. It's filled with probably a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
The Empire brand is growing with ESC Fabrication and Sandblasting. ESC is your place for custom handrail, industrial and marine, and more. ESC provides custom welding for aluminum and stainless steel and media blasting of all sorts. ESC has great attention to detail. They stick to deadlines, keep within budget. If you can dream it, they can make it. Contact ESC Fabrication and Sandblasting in Waverly today at 531-207-9329.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer water repairs, backflow testing, and keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big
Never feel like an
if
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning?
Really love your displeasure for me.
Stumble that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ooh, crazy's what they think about me. Ain't gonna stop 'cause they tell me so. 'Cause 99 miles per hour, baby, is how fast that I'd like to go. Can't keep up with my rhythm though, they keep
Today's song of the day, I had to modernize it a little bit since it's my last day. Released in 2013. It's The Walker by Fitz and the Tantrums. Give it a rating on the Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. Song of the day sponsored by Starter Heyman Jewelers. Once again, the song of the day is The Walker by Fitz and the Tantrums. Once again, had to modernize it, play a little bit of a more youthful song. You may have heard it at Husker games. It's a popular one during timeouts.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's a popular one during timeouts.
It's hard to hear in the press box.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying also Husker basketball games they play it at pretty much every single time. All right, so 402-464-5685. Let's get some of these. Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this one. All right.
Don't have a bad feeling about me. I like that.
Oh,
song.
Go ahead, though. You got to give a rating first.
Yeah, you have a co-host
Steve
over
Sipple.
here. Steve
I'm sorry, I
Sipple.
forgot about you.
Yeah, Steve Sipple is my name.
Nice to meet you.
Co-host. Early break with
Nice to
Sip
meet you.
and Jake, by the way.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Excellent song.
Really?
Yes. Good job.
Wow.
You've been on a heater, and I like that song.
I'm surprised.
Well, I'll tell you something. I got a soft spot for a whistle in a song.
Okay.
I do.
All right. I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, if there's a whistle.
I didn't know you could have a soft spot for whistling and music. All right.
Well, come on. That song's catchy and good and well put together. Obviously, they put a lot of thought into that song.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's excellent.
All right.
Yeah, I'd say excellent.
Excellent. All right.
Excellent to the tune of 8.8.
Oh my gosh, that's way higher than I thought it was going to do.
8. Yeah, no,
All right.
I don't know why you had this sort of foreboding.
It's not like
you had this foreboding mindset going into this. I don't understand it. That song's excellent.
I don't think it's that great of a song. Definitely not the best one I've played all over the 7 days.
No, that's not
but,
the Rolling Stones. Okay,
no,
but it's good.
It's definitely not. I'm gonna walk 500 miles.
Oh God,
by
that
the
was awful.
Proclaimers on last Monday.
No, that was awful.
Come on,
that's
a great song.
No, that song's
All right,
awful.
let's rattle through some of these numbers here. Harper gives it an 8. Harper's dad gives it a 5.
Hello, Harper.
John says not questionable at all. 9.8.
Yeah.
Tom gives it a 2. Chance the Texter says 5.125.
All over the map again.
Bird in Columbus gives it a 0. Says smash it with a hammer like an Ag Park muskrat.
Bird, it was a possum. I had to kill a possum with a hammer.
I did not know that.
I will get to that
Okay.
later.
Bubba says 8.3, gives me the hand clapping emoji as well. Leroy 2.3. Ketchy says Ohio Husker 7.3. Gosh, why are we all 0.3s? Breezy 6.0. Never heard this before. Sounds like a song from the 70s. Not bad. Fritz gives it a 7.7. Guilt Nerd 1.1. That was horrible. Doug and Lincoln says 8. Carter and Adam says 8 out of 10. Gives off very relaxing vibes.
Kind of does.
Joe P says, hope it pumps you up and no more yawning. 8.5. Let's freaking go.
Yeah. Let's
I didn't yawn the last segment. We're okay.
Okay.
John Des Moines says, never heard it. Wish I never had. 3.
John, hold on. John. You've never heard that.
Yeah.
I'm interested in the people that have never heard it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. James in Lincoln says, makes me want to buy a cell phone or something. Remember it from commercials. 4 out of 10. Unnamed Texture says you haven't come down from that bachelor party. 4.7. Brian in Florida 3.5. Nolan in Florida gives it a 5. Dylan from Hutchinson 4. The best and the worst part is the whistle that will be stuck in my head forever.
I can't whistle very well.
Really? I could do it on
notice
on
that?
call. Okay, stop. We need to do
we're
better
gonna
radio.
be off the air.
John Fremont, not so sure on that one. 4.2.
Okay.
We got a couple more here that we got to get to.
Okay.
Okay, Phil.
What about
Phil
Jennifer and hubby?
Phil tells us how he really feels.
Okay.
Overly produced, soulless garbage. 2 out of 10.
Wait a second. Overly produced, Soulless
it's
garbage. There's a lot of songs that fit that category.
Aiden in Florida says terrible choice 2. Ron gives it a 5. Somebody else, non-named texter, gives it a 9.0. Not much wrong with that one.
But see, do you see how subjective in nature it is? Like it is all over the map.
Somebody says I'd rather watch Brett Maher kick field goals over and over again than watch that.
Extra
Come on.
points.
Yeah, extra points. That seems. 10 Win Sip says hard hearing it from the press box. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Don't ever whistle into the bleeping microphone again, Sip.
Yeah,
knock it
wrong.
off.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I hey, heartfelt apology.
Wet Blanket makes a good point. If you haven't heard that song, you've never sat by a 70-year-old lady at a women's sporting event. So there you go. Tiny Pig, last but not least, says, Nick, you were on a heater until today.
Yeah, we don't, but we don't need to be whistling into the microphone.
Moonbot, Sip, stop. We're cutting you off. Sip, on the stream, Moonbot says, I love whistling songs a lot, but not this one though. Somebody says sounds like a Ford commercial. 1.1.
It's a little bit. Hey,
somebody says, yeah, he's young.
Yeah, that's you.
I am. Here we are.
21.
21.
Still coming down.
About to be 22 in a month and 5 days.
Still coming down from the stag party in Kansas City.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
I suppose so. All right. We got to get to break. 7 o'clock hour coming up next. I know.
Well, that was fast.
It's 7:03. 7:03.
Okay, now build the 7 o'clock hour for our listeners.
It's been a long year. Think about it. We've talked about Xavier Betts, how he left the team in March, how Isaiah Garcia Castaneda, the onside kick in Ireland, all was happening in August.
Can I give you a number?
That feels like forever.
Can I give you a number?
Yeah.
Since the 2021 season, Nebraska has added 60 plus new players. I think the number 65, it might be 66. Contemplate that for a second.
60 plus new guys
since 2021.
We'll break it all down. We'll also be joined by Robin Washut in the 7:25 segment. So in the second segment of the 7 o'clock hour, we'll be joined by Robin Washut, talk a little bit of Husker basketball, as well as a little bit of recruiting, I'm sure, with Robin Washut of On3.com. All that and more coming up next in the second hour. Early break on the ticket. Nick Sanders, Steve Sipple.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong culture makes it not a job. Gaina Trucking has health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today. Team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey guys, this is Lindsay Teal from Nebraska Golf Team. Imagine golfing the best courses in the world. St. Andrews, Pebble Beach, Southern Hills, the best of the best. You can play those courses and more without ever leaving the city of Lincoln at Double Eagle Golf. Double Eagle has the city's best golf simulators, 5 high-quality bays that track ball speed, launch angle, club speed, spin rate, and more to give you the most accurate gameplay. Check it out for yourself year-round. Double Eagle Golf, just 5 minutes from downtown at the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for so excited till one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's for a sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating it in.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent, determination, or recognition opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Start planning for the 2023 deer season at the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo. Join us Friday, January 20th through Sunday, January 22nd at the Lancaster Event Center in Lincoln. There are informing seminars, a blind giveaway, hunting and exhibitors, a big buck and monster shed contest, 3D shoot, and a whole lot more. Then owned and operated. Get your tickets at NebraskaDeerAndGameExpo.com. The Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, January 20th through 22nd at the Lancaster Event Center in Lincoln, presented by Whitetail Properties Real Estate.
Life-changing research doesn't just take place in outer space. It's also happening in Nebraska, and you could play a key role. Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, needs healthy adults who are 19 years old and older for a research opportunity. If you qualify, you could earn up to $500 a day for time travel. Overnight stays may be required. To learn more, call Solarion at 866-213-2965 or visit helpresearch.com/500.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit, and you can check out our spaces before you visit in person with a virtual campus tour. An opportunity to see our campuses in Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford as you learn about our programs and areas of study. There are virtual learning centers too. We can even take you on a personalized virtual tour. Learn more on our website, southeast.edu/visitcc. SCC, your path to possible.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break with Sid and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC Studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
And Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
This is Early Break with Sip and Jake, sponsored by Gaina Trucking.
Hour number 2 is here. Early Break on the Ticket. Nick Sainert, Steve Sipple, sponsored by Gaina Trucking. Learn more about career opportunities at GainaTrucking.com.
You know what Gaina Trucking doesn't want you to do?
What?
Yawn.
I don't yawn.
You yawned 3 times in the first hour.
Minimize that. It was not the first hour. It was the first segment.
First segment.
Just had to get my feet underneath me.
Okay.
Just had to wake up a little bit. I would have loved a McDonald's breakfast burrito today.
Should have got you one.
Not even an offer.
No.
Not even an offer.
I didn't.
Co-host. Freak out about me not saying co-host. Co-host. Yeah.
Hey.
Co-host.
Good morning, Nick.
Food. Good morning, Sip. How are we doing today?
It was a great first hour.
It was a great week.
It was a great week.
It's time for me to head out.
And yeah, I mean, I did bring up the yawns, but I would say it was a fun first hour.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen, I will say this is interesting observation. 7.5 years of doing the show with Jake Sorensen. I never have seen him yawn.
Come on.
I'm serious.
That is a joke.
No,
you're pulling my leg. You're
Nick,
yanking my chain.
You're still, no, I'm not. You're still, I get it though. You had quite a weekend in Kansas City.
That's not why. Well, part of it.
Yeah, it's part of it. You said
either
your
way.
body aches, and
My
wasn't.
body hurts in places. I have no reason to have it aching.
And it wasn't like you were doing a triathlon.
I wasn't doing physical activity.
No.
My hips are killing me today. It hurts to sit in this chair.
Why are
right
your
now.
hips
I don't
killing
know.
you?
I don't know, but I talked to my buddies and they're like hamstrings hurting. One of their hamstring is hurting. Somebody's shoulder is hurting.
It's like the hangover. Did somebody slip you something?
We have no clue why but it's happening to everybody. It just
You ever
feels
see the
like
movie The Hangover?
Our bodies are just, yes, I have.
You ever seen Hangover 2?
No. Our bodies are just shutting down. Bubba says that's BS, Sip. I saw Jake 2 days before he left for vacation on the show as I was watching on YouTube.
He's calling BS on me. Now, wait a second. Who said that?
Bubba.
Bubba. Now hold on, Bubba. You said Bubba is claiming that he saw Jake yawn.
Yeah.
Bubba. There it is again.
Are you okay? Well, I think you're getting confused between a deep breath and a yawn. You're starting to yawn.
Yawn. As we're talking about it, you even yawn.
Of course, we're thinking about it. There are studies shown to when you discuss yawning, when you yawn, somebody else yawns. It's infectious energy.
Studies show that, huh?
They do. All right, can we get to sports talk?
That was a Joy Behar move there. Studies show. Oh,
can we get to sports talk, Sip?
Yes,
with your permission. All right. So here we are, hour number 2. Nebraska, as Sip alluded to in the first in the previous segment, mentioned that Nebraska has added over 60 new faces since
2021
season. Yeah. And we were talking last night, Sip, where it feels, we were discussing the Xavier Betts timeline yesterday on the show. Mm-hmm. We were talking about now Isaiah Garcia Castaneda.
Yeah.
And then also, if you just think about back when throughout the 2022 season, I caught myself throughout the games in game 10, 11 going, holy crap. The whole onside kick, Scott Frost getting fired on September 11th, and then Mickey Joseph becoming interim, a 70-some day coaching search. It's just been a wild ride and a roller coaster of a ride at that.
It has. And really what's happened this week is sort of it's in a nutshell what has happened over that course of time since really 2021. But even before that, because I would ask you a question, and I don't know if most people would know this. When was I'm going to quiz you in an effort to keep you engaged.
Okay.
I'm going to quiz you.
Am I not engaged? By the way, I need a reference. I'm sorry. Going back to the yawning, people are coming at me going, what studies show what studies show?
Joy Behar. What are you talking about?
This is a Mississippi Mud Dog. How convenient to just throw out studies show when you have no damn clue.
Right.
Mississippi Mud Dog, I looked up right now on the computer, is yawning contagious? And it has been proven by multiple sources at PBS, at, USA Today, the medical folks over at those companies. Contagious yawns are elicited by seeing or hearing yawns in others.
Okay.
There it is.
All right.
That's all I need to know.
Question.
I'm sorry, Sip. I had to.
When was the advent of the transfer portal? Just give me a year.
The beginning of the transfer portal.
When did it arrive on the scene?
2016.
Good guess. 2018.
Okay.
Good guess, though. So we've had the transfer portal since 2018, and that explains a lot of this tumult, right? This player movement, which is pretty wild, right? It's wild in that we talked about Saturday morning was wild. Mm-hmm. Walter Rouse. Walter Rouse, that story is always going to be a big story here for many years, right?
Yeah.
The left tackle, 39-game starter at Stanford, projected starter at left tackle. A guy that's I've been told is a certain NFL draft pick. We all know what happened. We don't need to go into it, but he spurns Nebraska for Oklahoma, and that is like out of the blue. Xavier Betts, out of the blue. Isaiah Garcia Castaneda, out of the blue. MJ Sherman comes into town. Sean Callahan doesn't even know it. He commits. Bam, you got a 5-star edge rusher. Now, I will tell you this. I don't think there's anybody else in terms of transfer portal players that have been around and they're going to pop. They're going to they're going to commit to Nebraska, going to pledge to Nebraska. I think we might be done.
For now.
I don't know of, for now. The portal closes January 18th, tomorrow. Yeah.
Until after spring ball, then it's going to be.
Okay, so what happens is, for the uninitiated, this portal period closes tomorrow. Mm-hmm. reopens from May 1 to May 15. Okay. And there'll be more movement. So Nebraska's added 10 players from the portal. That could easily go to 15 or 16, right?
Well, I think,
after 16 last year.
Yes. Yeah.
It could easily get to that again.
Yeah, I agree. I think also I would not be surprised in the spring, though, after the spring ball, to see more guys leaving than guys.
Because
I'm not going to bring it up because the scholarship limit. But no, just because
you can bring it up.
No, just because
Nebraska's at what?
96.
And it's the limit is
85.
Right.
But that's not why I say that.
Right.
I say that because you get that usually with new staffs where they kind of see where they're going to shake out on the depth chart after spring ball.
Yep.
And when that portal opens up, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't want to say a mass exodus, but I wouldn't be surprised if a bulk of their guys leave. And they
bulk of
like their guys leave when they realize that they're not going to play as much as they would have hoped.
When you say
or
bulk,
liked.
what are we talking about?
Multiple bodies, multiple guys
bodies.
leaving.
Yeah.
To where we're going to sit here and go, man, that guy left. And then another day, oh, that guy left.
Ooh.
It's another
quarterback room.
Yes.
You think about the quarterback room?
Quarterback room's number one on my list.
Where they're not overflowing at too many spots, though.
And that's what I think makes it more interesting is to see where either guys decide to leave or depart or where they push guys out of.
There's not too many guys you got to push out right now.
There's
some.
I know, I understand that, but I'd be interested to see. I mean, quarterback room is obviously the number one intriguing room for me personally.
Yeah.
You don't have
there's 6 scholarship guys.
Yeah.
That's about, I don't know. It's probably too many for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't want 6.
Well, Nebraska carried 5 under Scott Frost their entire tenure.
Okay.
But
it's one too many for sure.
One too many for sure. But I'm not going to sit. I can't sit here on January 17th and go, yeah, I think this guy's going to be the one to leave or depart.
No. So the numbers again, 10 transfer portal additions with Rule in charge. 10 number could swell easily to 15 or 16, which would. You're okay over there. Yeah. Could swell easily probably to 15 or 16, right? And I think 16 was a number last year that Frost brought in. 16. So that's big turnover. 2 straight years. And it makes for an interesting, once you say it makes for an interesting off season.
Again, yeah.
Yeah.
One more. I mean, let's do it again. Let's make another interesting offseason.
Now, the question becomes this you would think would settle down. You would think. Now, I'm not they can have these conversations with Sean Callahan all the time. How wild this has been, in December and January. Oh, and he'll say, well, it's not going to always be like this. And I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
This is the world. Now,
maybe not to this extent of adding 16 guys each year. I mean, it's going to be an abbreviated version of it, I think.
If Nebraska's doing well, but if they continue to struggle,
yeah. I mean, stability. That's what Nebraska's looking for,
That's
and I
what
think
we're longing for.
Yeah, I think with stability comes less drama, and less, seismic shifts.
I guess. I mean,
fewer seismic shifts, I should say.
How do fans, are they embracing this new world, this transfer portal world? We're still pretty early, 2018. Are they embracing name, image, and likeness? Do they think, has it affected their love of college football?
Oh, come on. 100%.
Not everybody,
but look at what our conversation was on yesterday with Walter Rouse.
Yeah.
Of course, it is 100% affected how people feel about college football. Absolutely. I mean, even if you want to look at guys that have elected to go pro, I mean, just one happened yesterday. CJ Stroud decides to turn down a $4+ million NIL deal to turn pro. And if you want to call that NIL, that's great.
He had $4+ million.
He had $4+ million on the table for him to return to Ohio State.
Whoa.
I mean, think about what we're saying. We had a conversation the I'm blanking on the name, Jalen Rashada from Florida.
Yeah, I think it's Jaden.
Jaden, excuse me,
Yeah.
Jaden Rashada, the 5-star quarterback, I believe.
Yeah, he's a quarterback, and I read it again yesterday. The reports say $13 million on the
Yeah.
table
Yeah.
for Rashada.
But now he's not going there, or he's hesitating to go there because there's holdups with his NIL deals.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where if you want to go into that camp of, all right, this is full on pay to play, then whatever. But don't sit here and try to, and they're finding loopholes in it. That's how it's happening, where you could put $4 million and more on the table for CJ Stroud.
I'm fine with that, by the way.
With what?
With Stroud getting 4.5
to return. I know, but but it's not NIL. I don't see that as NIL. So
that's just $4.5 million.
Exactly. That's just a $4.5 million contract for 1 year.
Yeah.
So I mean that's fine, but it's 100% affected how people view college football. Because
you still watch it.
100% we still watch it. It's the biggest thing to go on around here.
And when I'm watching it, I'm not thinking about NIL.
No. I'm
still enjoying it.
I'm not thinking. I wasn't thinking last year about how much money O'Shawn or Casey. I wasn't worried about that. I think it's an off-season discussion.
It's an off-season discussion now. What does affect I'd say diminishing love for the game is opt-outs affect it. Oh yeah. I mean, and then people leaving in mid-season and coming back on the roster later. Yeah, that affects it. That affects how I look at the game. I'd say that's a lot of it, opt-outs. And you know what else? Chris from the Baldwin Shop often talks about this, and I 100% agree with him. Just the major power shift to the South.
Yeah.
I mean, Nebraska, Michigan share the national title in 1997. Only one Northern school has been able to win a national championship since 1997. That is The Ohio State in 2002 and 2014. That's it. Otherwise, Southern bent. And this year, who's playing for it all? Two teams from the South. And one from the deep South, Georgia. And who's the best team in the world right now in college football?
I gotta say Georgia.
It's Georgia, and if it's not Georgia, it's Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's where it is.
So Eric and Lincoln says on the text line, I wasn't even thinking about NIL watching a team like Tulane beat USC. That's where I differ, because I am in that moment. Because I'm saying, wow, you don't need to spend $10 million to win.
Yeah. Well, you do though. If you watch the Sugar Bowl
at an extremely high level, you do.
If you watch the Sugar Bowl, you'd say
I'm saying there at an extremely high level, you do. But a Tulane doesn't have to go out and recruit guys through NIL and through millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get them out of the transfer portal.
True. No, I got.
And if you have the right coach, and they did in Willie Fritz at the time, then you were able to kind of be on top outside of USC.
But I bet you Willie Fritz has got to go. There's some NIL at Tulane. There has to be.
Not compared to USC though.
No.
Not compared.
No,
it's not even.
No.
I'm
with you on that.
I mean, Pittsburgh isn't even comparative to USC. I mean, that's one example where I catch myself when I look at the score, where I look at the game, like, man, is it a talent disparity? Like, what? I mean, here's the deal: USC on paper is going to have more talent than Tulane, but at least when it's. I don't want to say encouraging, but at least we still have a couple upsets. Like if we ever get to a point where you have fewer upsets and it becomes so much more of top heavy college football, that's when I think it's going to really start to bother people.
Well, I think are you sure we're not there?
Well, it's interesting when you look at.
I just got done talking about the Southern Bend.
You did, but I'm saying when you look at college football playoff, I mean, there's usually such a giant gap between seeds 1 and 2,
right,
and seeds 3 and 4, or even seeds 1, 2, and 3, and seed 4.
Who are you picking to win the national title next year?
It's got to be Georgia.
Yeah, if it's not Georgia,
potentially Alabama, I suppose.
Yeah, well, you're really going out on a limb, Nick. Yeah. Potentially Alabama, because every year potentially Alabama.
I also think like Clemson has a better
Oh,
shot.
you're really going out on a limb now. Yeah, Clemson. Wow.
Here's the
South.
deal. If CJ Stroud would have returned to
Ohio State.
Ohio State's my pick.
Now, you just illustrated my point unwittingly. We talk about those teams every year.
I know.
That's the problem. Jake would say that. Now, texture, somebody's probably saying, Simple, you're the one who loves blue bloods. I do. I'm a blue blood guy. I found myself during the Georgia TCU game cheering ardently for Georgia for no other reason than I like blue bloods.
Yeah.
I just like this. I kind of like because it feels stable to me. And I'm unstable.
We like stability. Nebraska hasn't had
I'm
stability.
unstable.
Yeah.
So I like stability.
Unstable.
Unstable. What
All
time
right.
is it? What time is it?
It's time for a break.
Is it?
Yeah, we got Robin Washington on the other side.
I hadn't heard from him, but
All
I
right.
think. Oh, hold on. Yeah, he's ready.
All right. Robin Washington of On 3 will join us coming up after this. Talk Husker Hoops, talk a little Husker football as well. Join us on the other side. Early break on the ticket.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Hey guys, this is Lindsay Teal from Nebraska Golf Team. Imagine golfing the best courses in the world. St. Andrews, Pebble Beach, Southern Hills, the best of the best. You can play those courses and more without ever leaving the city of Lincoln at Double Eagle Golf. Double Eagle has the city's best golf simulators, 5 high-quality bays that track ball speed, launch angle, club speed, spin rate, and more to give you the most accurate gameplay. Check it out for yourself year-round. Double Eagle Golf, just 5 minutes from downtown at the Kinetic Sports Complex Street.
This is Grease from the Nebraska men's basketball team. I'm here to tell you about my favorite men's store in Nebraska, and that's Gary Michaels Clothiers in Lincoln. When I went off to college, I purchased my suit from them and another when I attended Big Ten Media Day. Their fashion sense, clothing knowledge, and tailoring is unparalleled. No one does it better than Gary Michaels Clothiers, located in Village Gardens, 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Your John Deere dealer is offering blowout savings on in-stock 2022 compact tractors and mowers. Make quick work of chores around your acreage and save over $4,000 on select John Deere compact tractors equipped with a loader and rear blade. Or save up to $1,000 on select 2022 John Deere Z-Trax and lawn tractors. Visit your local Acres store or acres.com to get these great discounts. Acres, solutions for every discounts available on in-stock units.
People first is more than a nice sentiment. At American Senior Benefits, it's the mission. If you're ready for a career where you can truly put your customers' needs ahead of everything else, this is for you. American Senior Benefits is one of the leading senior market insurance product distributors in the country. They're looking for high-energy applicants with strong communication skills. Enjoy on-the-job training, a fun work environment, and unlimited income potential. Visit ASBMidwest.com to learn more. American Senior Benefits.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Action Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. My home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Elite Financial Services Providers.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Mike Shaver here for Trek CBD. It's basketball season, and that means you're fighting cold weather and snow to get to the arena, waiting for lines at the game, and yelling too much at the refs. Trek CBD has a variety of products to help calm me down during the game so I don't go over the top. And they have a variety of options to calm you down before, during, and after any game. Whether you're looking for drinkable Delta 8 seltzers, hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups for your beverages, or anything else, Trek CBD has it all at 84th and Anderson. Trek CBD, CBD done right.
Hey guys, Nick Sainert here, and I want to tell you about my friends at Spine and Sports Chiropractic. I experienced a herniated disc in my lower back a few years ago, and thanks to the folks at Spine and Sports, I got back to feeling 100%. At Spine and Sports, they use the active release technique, which involves the soft tissue and can alleviate headaches, shoulder pain, plantar fasciitis, and more. What I like most about the ART method is that your doctor will construct a plan that fits your needs because the technique is not a cookie-cutter approach. Allow Spine and Sports Chiropractic to help you feel better. Set up your appointment today by giving them a call at 402-261-6841.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
If your home isn't delivering the year-round comfort you expect, call the experts at Bryant. Warm and cool, comfort and confidence. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. Call 467-1111.
What happens when students come to school every day on time and ready to learn? They improve academically, become more responsible, manage their time well, and learn the value of education. Whether your child is starting preschool or preparing to graduate, family support and a great attitude towards education is important. Help your child come to school every day ready to learn. Make this the best school year yet.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com. When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club, or space club, and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay. 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into Early Break on the Ticket. Nick Sainert, Steve Sipple with you. We have gotten word that Jake Sorensen is at the Denver airport.
Yes.
So he is close to returning and making his triumphant return tomorrow after being gone about a week and a half. But we still get our Tuesday guest, Robin Washut of Husker Online, joins us right now. Robin, how's it going today?
Going all right. How are you guys?
Yeah, you should be doing really well because the Giants pulled out a big win against Minnesota. Now, however, it looks like they will take a whooping from the Philadelphia.
Wait. Start my day.
Are you going to take a whooping by the
Coming at
Eagles?
me like this.
Hey, congratulations on the Giants. Now, do they have a shot at Philly? What would give you hope beyond Daniel Jones catching a bit of a heater late here? What would give you hope? Barkley?
Yeah, Barkley, Daniel Jones. Isaiah Hodgins is all of a sudden the legit number one receiver. And, oh, by the way, Philadelphia starters barely beat our scout team just a few weeks ago. So, yeah, I mean, it's very difficult to beat a team 3 times in one season in the NFL. Just ask the Dallas Cowboys back in 2007. So, you know, it's going to be a daunting task, but it is certainly not out of the realm of possibility that the Giants might surprise one more time.
I was watching the game a little bit the other day at Buffalo Wings and Rings, and I saw they had a shot of Nick Gates on the sideline, the former Husker. What's Nick Gates doing for that team?
So he's, you know, you're not going to win it, but like, if you want to talk about like comeback player of the year, if you remember what he did to his leg just a couple of years ago, when he was playing in Washington, and his leg just got like mangled, as worse of a injury as you're going to see. And he came back and recovered, and now he's back in the starting lineup.
Wow.
And has really been one of the more incredible comeback stories of the season. So he's been awesome. Changed the dynamic of the offensive line, but the reason they kept showing him was because he made some comments about how he didn't think it was really all that loud at Minnesota Stadium.
Yeah.
That was going to be louder. And then he made some comments about how, you know, Minnesota's in the Midwest, and so they're too nice to be that loud and hostile. And so like they put that quote on the jumbo screen with a picture of him, and like kind of fire, and they had like little fan decibel noise meter like next to it to try to get fans riled up. And so after the game, of course, there's pictures of Nick Gates shushing the crowd and telling them to be quiet.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I mean,
Nick-
for me, I'm sure for Minnesota fans it wasn't, but for me it was.
Oh, Nick Gates, you remember you covered him, Rob, as
yeah.
did I, and he was always a very affable, very friendly interview, right? Is that how you remember him?
Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, he's a guy that understands how to have fun with the game, and
Yeah.
you know, kind of bigger picture with him. Like I know a lot of people look at him and say, well, you know, he came in as this prize recruit. Now all of a sudden he's a starter on a, you know, NFL playoff team. What happened at Nebraska, you know, towards the end of the year? Because I think a lot of people remember him getting toasted by Derek Barnett, Tennessee, in that Music City Bowl.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it's quite the EKG career that he's been able to resurrect at the highest level.
Absolutely. Joined by Robin Washut of HuskerOnline.com. My colleague, before we get to hoops, I would ask you this, Rob. Who's Nebraska's number one receiver in 2023?
Good question. You know, I think there's probably two guys between Kemp and Washington that you would maybe point to, but you know, both those guys are unproven at that role. I mean, Washington's one of the few guys that's actually had some production as a Husker, but it wasn't nearly production that Kemp had at Virginia. So you would probably look at those two, but there's a lot to be solidified over the course of this offseason. And, you know, I guess we'll see if Nebraska's done adding to that position too. Like this conversation could change for a while, but you know, with the occurrences over the last few days, that room looks a whole lot different than it did even last week, just with the returns of Isaiah Garcia-Castaneda and Xavier Betts. But right now, Kemp and Washington would probably be my two top choices.
How far is Xavier Betts outside that conversation? Could you see a scenario where the starting 3 receivers, if they have a 3 receiver set, is Marcus Washington, Billy Kemp, and Xavier Betts?
Potentially. It's been a long time since Xavier Betts played football, and you just got to wonder where he is, you know, with his headspace, with his just physical shape. You know, is he at you know, Big Ten level conditioning? So I mean, a lot of unknowns surrounding him. But when he is dialed in, and when he is at that level of physical shape, he's a dynamic player. He showed that. He's got that game-changing ability with the ball in his hands. So the potential is there certainly, but you know, I don't know nearly enough about all the other variables involved with him that can answer that question.
Robin, with what you mentioned, Isaiah Garcia Castaneda with Xavier Betts, how much are you concerned with the gelling in the locker room? I mean, because if you think about it, IGC left, I believe, 4 games into the season, and so it's not like a Xavier Betts or somebody else who left in the off season when the transfer portals opened up. This is a guy that left the team 4 games in middle of the season. I mean, how much are you concerned about the gelling in the locker room with the guys?
Yeah, I mean, he also left after his coach got fired. So, I mean, like, there's extenuating circumstances there, and I believe he was one of the only ones, if not the only one, that left during that brief window after Frost was fired. So, I mean, there might be some weirdness, but at the same time, I think guys probably kind of understand. I mean, a lot of other guys in that room were also transfers. So, I mean, like,
That's a good point.
they kind of understand the name of the game, and you got to look out for what's best for you and your career and your future. So, I think if there is any awkwardness with that, they're going to get over it really quickly. Just because I've had just a few interactions with Isaiah, but he strikes me as a really down to earth kid. I mean, he's a real grinder. Says all the right things, and I don't get this diva mentality with some transfers that bounce back and forth from school to school. I don't know if that's necessarily the case with him. And as long as he does what he's supposed to do on the field, I think any issues with that stuff will go away pretty quickly.
So, Hoops, got to get a Hoops question in here. On the injury front, does Nebraska get back this week Griesel and Gary?
Not Gary. I think you're just hoping that Gary comes back before the end of the season at this point. We don't know exactly the specifics of the injury outside of that it's a shoulder. Doesn't look good, though. You go back and watch the play. So his left shoulder had been something he'd been dealing with for a while. If you go all the way back to the Omaha game, there was a play where he was diving for a loose ball along the baseline and aggravated it and ended up going all the way into the tunnel. But the training staff had to follow him out into the tunnel to kind of fix him up a little bit. So this is something that he's been dealing with for a while. And then I think it kind of got aggravated to a new level where his shoulder got bent back. And I know that there were people that were on the baseline close to Nebraska's bench during right after he suffered that injury against Illinois, and he was like talking about how he couldn't put his shoulder back in place and was in a clear amount of pain. So I think this is somewhere he's going to miss multiple games, and like I said, you just hope that at some point he's going to be able to come back this year before the end of the season. But with Sam, it's a much more optimistic time frame. He's already back practicing. He did a half practice yesterday. They're going to run him through again to see, just to make sure that his hip is responding the right way. It's a hip flexor strain, which I'm no doctor, so I don't really know the specifics on that. But I do know that it is not anything to do with the previous hip injury that he had surgery on this past off season. Something different. So that's best case scenario. And I think, as long as things go well today, he should be good to go to return for Ohio State on Wednesday night.
Ohio State tomorrow, 6 p.m. BTN. Give us a quick handicap that game a little bit.
Well, Ohio State's in an interesting spot. They're riding a 4-game losing streak right now. And you look at the numbers, they're one of the more efficient offenses in college basketball. They have a great bench. They have like 3 or 4 guys that could easily be starters right now, including Bryce Sensabaugh, who, in my opinion, is the front runner for freshman of the year in the Big Ten. They're a deep team. They're a physical team. One of those groups that anybody can beat you, but they've really struggled the last few games. Not only have they lost 4 in a row, I think they failed to crack 70 points in 3 of those 4 games. They've shot under 40% the last 2 games. And so they're kind of fighting it a little bit. But when they're playing their game, like I said, they're a really complete team. Multiple guys that can beat you. They crash the glass, really attack the rebounding. They're second in the Big Ten in rebounding margin. So Nebraska has to be all hands on deck, especially not having Juwan Gary, who is arguably their best offensive rebounder and one of their best rebounders overall. They have to win the boards, because when Nebraska wins, especially in the Big Ten, they win the glass. When they lose the glass. There's a direct correlation with that, and now they're playing one of the best rebounding teams in the conference. So it comes down to that, and then also, like always, finding enough offense to try to pull out a win.
Great job, Rob.
All right, Robin, appreciate the time as always. We'll go ahead and let you go. Enjoy that Giants game on Saturday night.
I'm going to enjoy this win all week, and then the stress and anxiety will go full throttle Saturday night. So thank you, guys.
Hey, you got Barkley, man. That run he made late, Rob, that touchdown run from close in. Not many dudes get in the end zone, not in this world, but Barkley got in.
Hey, I'm all in on Danny Jones, by the way. Like I've been on the fence with him for a long time. Pay that man. The man earned the contract. Give him his money.
Okay, Rob.
Daniel
I like
Jones,
it.
Pay that man. Appreciate it, Robin.
I like it, Rob.
There's Robin Washut on 3.
Speaking of pay that man, let's play the game show.
Yeah, it's time to play the game show. Take down Sip at trivia. Now, I thought about this yesterday when I was picking the topic.
Okay.
I need a random year. And
okay,
out of nowhere, I pulled out 2016.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a team, and you need to tell me who the starting quarterback was in 2016
NFL
for that
or college
football team.
College.
For that college football team.
2016.
Or I should say maybe I'll give you the quarterback, and I forgot how I did. I'll give you the quarterback name, and you tell me the college.
Okay.
In 2016. Time to play the game show. Shut Up Simple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, it's time to play the call now. 402-464-5685. We do have a caller. Caller, if you can hear us, who's this?
Hello.
Hi there. You want to turn your radio down?
Yep.
Awesome. Who's this?
Sebastian.
Sebastian. Is he back?
Sebastian.
Sebastian's back.
Sebastian. Welcome to the show, Sebastian.
Hello.
Hello. Are you ready to roll?
Yep.
All right. All right. Lock
Let's
in
do this.
now.
Yep. Get
You
ready.
probably got school on your mind, but you got to compartmentalize now. Because now we
I'm
got to.
going up right now.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Sebastian, first question to you, all right?
Okay.
Brad Kaya was the starting quarterback for which ACC team?
Oh, we're giving hints. I remember him.
5 seconds.
Maybe.
Can you
What
say
about Tennessee?
Not a bad guess.
Not a bad guess.
2016.
2016. He was the starting
Definitely
quarterback.
for my.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Steal.
1-0.
Yeah.
Sipple. All right, Sip. Next one to you. Chad Kelly was the starting quarterback for this SEC team in 2016.
Chad Kelly.
Chad Kelly.
2016.
Yes. Chad Kelly.
Mississippi State.
Oh, 1 second, Sebastian. 1 second, man. If you want to steal, we'll get you a steal here. Hold on 1 second.
Chad Kelly.
This one's for Sip. Chad Kelly. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3.
Chad Kelly.
2.
I'll go Texas A&M.
All right, Sebastian.
I still got 1-0 lead.
Yep. Sip's still with the 1-0 lead. Sebastian has a chance to steal. Sebastian, do you know where Chad Kelly played college football? It was
Mississippi State.
All right. Ole Miss. Chad Kelly was
He
the
went for
starting
the steal.
quarterback. Yes.
He went for the steal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So it's still 1-0 Sip. Nobody got points
I can win it right here, though.
if you steal. Yeah. All right. Next one for you, Sebastian. All right.
Okay.
Luke Falk was the starting quarterback at which Pac-12 school?
I know this, Sebastian, so you got some heat on you.
Cal State.
This is for the win.
It is. Yeah, go ahead.
This is for the win.
This is for the win.
This is to send Sebastian
to school.
Into school.
With an L.
With an L. Now, you'll have to overcome that, Sebastian. Because you're going to take an L here. All right? Are you ready? Washington State. Washington State.
There it is. Sound the horn. Sip wins.
Yeah, sound those horns.
2-0.
Sebastian, that's 2 L's for you.
Oh, my gosh.
You'll get me one of these days, maybe when you're an adult.
One more time.
Sebastian, are you there?
No, he's gone. Sebastian left.
Oh, no. I hope he's okay.
Sebastian, I'm sure, is okay.
Yeah. Hey, he's fine. He's going into school. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be good to go.
Kids, you take losses in this world sometimes. I mean, I take them all the time. All right? And here we are.
Yeah, exactly.
We're still kicking.
Okay, so here, you want your other question?
Yeah.
Nathan Peterman.
Nathan Peterman.
One of the best NFL quarterbacks of all. No, I'm just
Nathan
kidding.
Peterman.
One of the worst.
Boise State.
No, Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Then the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Louisville quarterback Lamar Jackson won the Heisman Trophy in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
How many total touchdowns did he account for in 2016?
Okay. All right. Okay. 45.
Close. 51.
Okay.
That was not a bad guess, Sip.
Thank you.
You are 1-1 on the week.
Yes.
That was the final shut up Sipple of my life. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Of just this tenure on early break.
Yes. Thank you, Nick.
Time beating.
Well executed.
7 straight days. We had the one mix up where you said, I don't know.
I don't know. You didn't get to play on
wrong.
time. You're like Mike McDaniel. You were vaping. You didn't get to play on time.
No, easy. Civil. Easy. I don't do that. Anyways.
You saw the reports yesterday.
I did. Was it possible that he just like blew into his glove to warm himself up?
Absolutely.
I mean, I wonder if Mike McDaniel just started out as, well, he's not going to do a press conference. Never mind. Sorry, Jake. I was going to say, I wonder if he'll just start out his weekly press conference this week ahead of the game, just saying, listen,
there's no game.
But there's no game.
There's no game because he didn't get to play it on time.
He didn't get to play it on time. No. All right, when we come back, spillover with 80 and Raph coming up next as we close out Tuesday's show on the ticket.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beers at 547 from top shelf to crowd favorite beer. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. 5040 North 27th Street.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL class and Gaina Phoenix job. Trucking offers rental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
And frustrating. What we know is that the earlier it's diagnosed and treated aggressively, the better the long-term results. QC Kinetics offers a unique and comprehensive approach to restoring and improving hair follicle density and hair thickness. The majority of hair loss can be managed medically without the need for surgery. Their multifaceted approach to hair restoration allows them to help you improve both the appearance and thickness of your hair. Call QC Kinetics in Lincoln today at 402-205-4270 or go to QCkinetics.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club or space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco glasses. Grab the crew and head on over Monday night, Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Let me share something to make life just a little easier. It's just one word, Bryant. If we need service on our furnace or AC, we call Bryant. Same thing goes for an electrical bill. If I have a problem with my faucet, a toilet, a drain, or a water heater, I don't need to know how to fix something. I just need to know who to call. And at our house, it's Bryant.
Bryant's Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. Just one call. 467-1111. Remember, we do whatever it takes.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
Hey, it's Chad with Nutrition Authority talking about Cleanse and Lean. Cleanse and Lean helps eliminate that dreaded bloat and water retention that many of us deal with on a day-to-day basis. Cleanse and Lean is a great way to jumpstart any weight loss program. Cleanse and Lean is only available at Nutrition Authority. Stop in or for store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear, your death, and trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit OakStreetCarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all. 1732 O Street, family owned and operated, always the best value.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. Not sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover. Nick Sainert, Steve Sipple, AD, Chris Raff, all joining us here. All right, guys, how are we doing?
Good. I want to address something with them right off. I don't watch a lot of NFL football like you guys do, but I did watch it all weekend, and I was taken aback Saturday night by how bad that call was by Al Michaels. And Al Michaels on the game winner by Jacksonville, the game-winning field goal. And I was just during the game, the general lack of enthusiasm on that call. And I am usually not the guy to do this, but I was struck by it watching the game. Like, these guys asleep.
Yeah.
I thought Al Michaels sounded like a guy who called the Miracle on Ice. He's called everything under the sun, and now it's just like, it's just a wild card game.
It was funny to see him.
I don't even want to be here.
It was funny to see him back with NBC also.
Did you play that?
Yeah. So
this is the game winner.
Here's Al Michaels, the game winner in Jacksonville.
Likely on Kansas City. Here we go for the win. Got it, but there's a flag down. The flag down as everybody's running out of the field, but there's a penalty mark. And they call it on the defense.
That's it. That's an epic comeback field goal to win it for Jacksonville.
Riley Patterson
overcomes a 27-0 deficit, the third largest deficit in NFL playoff history, and that's all he has. Now, I'll tell you what he said. He's got a lot of heat for it.
He has got a lot of heat.
Here's what he said. He said, read some comments that we didn't sound excited enough. Internet compost, he said. He said, you know me as well as anyone. No screaming, no yelling, no hollering. It's television. Ellipses and captions are sufficient when pictures tell the story. He's got a point.
I get it. You got to let the thing breathe, but you at least got to say something more than got it.
That's I just thought the whole game they were really quiet.
But then he could have went crazy on it, and then the flag could have been against Jacksonville, and then they were like, why did you go so crazy? You knew that they were offside, so
that's a good point.
So it's kind of back and forth.
Yeah. I was struck by it. Michaels and Dungy don't do it for me.
Yeah.
They don't.
I was surprised to see Tony Dungy on the call.
Michaels and Dungy don't do it.
No.
There's a lot that do. I mean, Aikman and Buck.
Joe Buck.
But that was the first time they've worked together, I believe.
Romo
They
and
were just put
Nance are
together for the
incredible.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Romo and Nance are incredible.
Yeah, CBS has really rolled out the red carpet for Romo. They got the Romo vision and everything now, and they got same thing that Amazon and ESPN have done for Herb Street. It's like Herbie's Clicker or whatever.
He's got breakfast sandwich.
Oh man, I'm about to put a beat down on this breakfast sandwich too, man.
Bless
Bless you. You know what? I give Al Michaels ass. I mean, I could see where he's at. Think about this. This guy had to do Thursday night Amazon Prime games all year.
Oh, he got paid really well for
He
that.
did, but they were terrible. All of them.
Yeah.
He
All of
chose
them.
though.
He chose
He
it.
chose it. I mean,
I
you
guess-
know
I
what
guess-
the Thursday slate.
I guess I just didn't think it was a big deal. I'm like, could he show some more, some more excitement, some passion? Probably, yeah. But
During the game, I was struck by it though, and I'm usually not. I'm usually really not. I'm pretty. That stuff doesn't hit me, but it hit me during the game, and then it hit me hard on that game winner.
He seemed pretty composed.
I think I'm more of a Manning caster myself now.
Are you?
Did you guys?
Why'd you say that?
I didn't get to listen to last night's, but I saw Dan Campbell was on it.
Yeah, he was on, and I don't know. It's just like, I guess that's the way I watch football now. I listen a little bit, talk a little bit.
Interesting.
And entire night last night, I didn't turn to the other channel.
You
once.
didn't?
I watched Manning cast the entire time.
Really?
Interesting.
We didn't address Maher much.
Brett Maher starts out 0 for 4 on extra points before finishing the game 1 of 5.
I think he was 50 of 53 coming in.
Yeah, so there was a stat here.
50 of 53 coming in.
So this was tweeted out last night at 9:30. Maher is actually a really good kicker. He has 400 plus career NFL points, is 20 of 21 on field goals inside 50 yards this season, and had missed just 6 point afters in his entire career before the 4 tonight.
Wow.
I think it was, Raph said something last night. It's like the S word that I don't ever say on the golf course, or anyone should ever say on the golf course.
S word.
It's I can say it now because I'm not golf. It's the shanks.
Yeah.
He had the yips. Yeah, he had I mean, it was to the thing to where the harder you try, the more the more prominent it's gonna be. That was just one of those nights for him. I'm glad it didn't cost him the game, him being a Nebraska guy. But dude, I seriously, my heart went out for him, man, because it was the look on his face.
Well, he missed one to the right, then came back, missed one to the left. So then you're like, okay, now he's just trying to
compensate.
Yeah.
Here's this. Brett Maher's extra point percentage coming into the game was 94.3% in his entire career, collegiate and professional.
He was 9 of
the odds of him missing 4 in a row, 0.001%.
Dang. And McCarthy, coach,
Mike
after the game said they'll stick with him.
Yeah.
Now they won easily. Now, do they stick with him if they lose?
Now, if they lose that game, especially on field goals, he's done.
Especially if
We'll
they
do that
lose.
right now.
Here's this. If you're a betting man, I saw this tweet from one of the sports books. It was on a tweet where the game total was 45 points or 45.5 points, and it finished at 45.
Wow.
And so if he makes one extra point, one more.
Wow. Good stat, Nick.
It's interesting. Interesting to think about.
Well, you'll talk about AD, by the way. Yeah, I mean, he's probably not on the Cowboys if they lose that game.
No,
There's no way you could. I mean, my heart went out for him, though, man.
Oh,
It really did.
The craziest part of it too is you know how you always go back and when was the last time that happened?
Never.
And they started taking official statistics in 1932 and nothing
It's never happened.
Just
He'd
one of
set the
those
record
nights.
with 3 misses in the playoffs. And then
Really?
went,
Nobody's ever missed 4 extra points.
No one.
Nope.
Then Tampa Bay's kicker also missed it, right? Missed one, right?
God, that is an anomaly. That's a strange
So that
anomaly.
on theirs when it was because it was 31-6 at one point. I
No,
wanna
they went
say?
for 2. They went for 2.
Oh, they went for 2.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
apologize.
Weather
apologize,
wasn't a
apologize.
factor.
Apologize.
No weather.
Yeah.
It was a great, it was a good game to watch. As far as I'll say good game in this, because I was indifferent. I didn't care who won the game. It does put me and Nick at a tie though in our predictions so far right now though.
Yep.
For this past
Yep.
week.
Good job,
Thank goodness.
I tell you what was impressive to see Dak Prescott come back and respond the way he did. I mean, he
Yeah.
was throwing that ball on a frozen rope last
Dalton
night.
Schultz.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the defense we'll talk more about it, but the defense harassed Brady all night. All night.
Yeah, it was an impressive showing. All right, that'll do it for the spillover.
That's it.
Well, it's almost 8:10. So
Okay.
we gotta get out of here.
I'll make sure Sebastian's okay.
We want more.
He'll be fine.
Gotta make sure we get out of here. On time.
Compartmentalize.
All right, Sit. It's been a blast, man.
Yeah. Hey, thanks
It's
again.
the end of an era.
It's
The era.
I'm kidding.
a 7-day era.
Yeah, 7-day era. No, I appreciate you guys staying tuned while Jake's been gone. It's
Thank
been
you
lot
a
of
ton.
fun.
You know that.
Oh yeah, no, we're all good. So it's been
Yeah.
a blast getting up early with SIP, 6 a.m. But now it's time to go back to my regular scheduled programming from 8 to 10 every single day. All right, so for Steve Sipple, Jake, I'm not Jake Sorensen. Jake will be back tomorrow. Nick Sanders saying so long. The Drive with AD
The Drive.
and myself coming up next on 93.7 The Ticket. Hey guys, Nick Sanders here, and I want to tell you my friends at Spine and Sports Chiropractic. I experienced a herniated disc in my lower back a few years ago, and thanks to the folks at Spine and Sports, I got back to feeling 100%. At Spine and Sports, we use the active release technique, which involves the soft tissue and can alleviate headaches, shoulder pain, plantar fasciitis, and more. What I like most about the ART method is that your doctor will construct a plan that fits your needs because the technique is not a cookie cutter approach. Allow Spine and Sports Chiropractic to help you feel better. Set up your appointment today by giving them a call at 402-261-6841.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the programs started by Tom and Nancy Opera, changed members and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour